Hey Libra, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot for your spiritual growth and personal healing. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your love reading for the month of September. We're going to pick up some cards with specific messages for you, like what your love potential or love lesson is for this month, your what or who you could encounter, and any advice that we can give you as well. Okay, my darlings. So I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera, and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, my darlings. So, card at the base of the reading, Eight of Pentacles. As I said, each of these has got a specific meaning. It's based on the Tree of Life. I developed it based on the Tree of Life, the first examinations. So I'll go through that as we go. And we've got some clarifying cards here and here. I'll know when these ones are ready to be pulled into the reading. Trust and believe. So my darlings, Eight of Pentacles at the base of the reading. I've been saying all day, I don't really look at the base of the reading in love readings, but I've referred to it a few times, so I will refer to it in yours as well. Eight of Pentacles. This is about the skillful, the focused, applied energy in order to create and manifest security in a specific area in our life, in this instance in love. So this is you working on yourself, for example, building up your self-esteem, for example, in order that you can have a more successful, secure relationship, intimate connection, blah blah blah. Okay, so we'll know as we go how this relates. Okay, but this is the perspective that you want to see this reading through. Okay, you've been working hard on your relationship, working hard on yourself, on self-love and self-compassion, etc., and you will hopefully see the benefits of that, Libra, during the month of September. So first card is your overall energy or focus for the month when it comes to love, and that is Judgment. Okay, so Judgment is a situation or circumstance that arises that reveals something about ourselves. So it can be something. It can be anything, doesn't matter what it is. It can be a conversation, it can be meeting somebody new, it can be, I don't know, a new job, anything. It could be anything. You read an article, it could be anything. And it makes you think something. You might meditate, you might have a dream at night. It could be anything with Judgment. But it's something that helps to reveal something about ourselves, something that was previously hidden from your view that you didn't know. This could also indicate it could be from somebody else, so it could be that you could learn something about somebody else. You know, this is why they call this card, they refer to this card sometimes as the reconciliation card. Well, it's number 20, number 20. So all number twos are all linked to the two, the soulmate energy, or that energy of duality, and of both feeling the same on the same in the same energy, both feeling the same on both sides, if you will. That was hard for me to get out. And a 0 is a new opportunity. So this is why people can sometimes refer to this card, or we sometimes refer to this card, as reconciliation, potentially. But ultimately, there's potential. What this card shows is potential. It shows us that there's potential this month for things to change, for things to be changed, for things that have been the way they've been for a long time to change, because new information is being revealed. What that is, we don't know. The new information could be about your self-esteem, what you've realised about yourself. You've worked hard to understand who you are, to understand why you're where you are, why you feel the way you do, etc., etc. That could be part of the revelation, but it could be somebody else coming in, somebody new coming in. I'm hoping for some good loving for you guys, because I tell you what, I've had, one of the things that's hard about this, hang on, before I continue that little snippet, what or who you could encounter or experience in the month of September. What's really hard about this is opportunities. Yay, I'm so happy. I needed a boost. What's really hard about this job is that I do this and I read cards, and you guys watch the reading for 10 minutes, for 2 minutes, for 20 minutes, for however long you want to watch it. But if only it was that easy for me, and for the readers, not just me, everyone else. I've done a reading, and I've done it three readings ago now, and still it reverberates. And that energy is going to be with me for a long, long time, for the most of the day, probably into tomorrow. And I just have to, what can I do? I can't do anything about it. I have to just live with that energy, feeling that energy. That was hard, and it was intense, and it was difficult. And it's hard, man, when you go through that. And actually, to be honest, I actually resent it. I resent that I have to give myself like that. Because for what? Why do I do it? It hurts me. I feel pained. However, your readings I love to do, Libra and Gemini and Aquarius, because they're always such lighter. They're much lighter, and thank you. I'm happy to get some good energy. I wish all my readings could be like this, but they're not. Some are intense, and then I've got to live with that intensity. So this is what or who you could encounter in the month of September when it comes to love, and this is telling us opportunity is coming knocking. Now, if it's a who, it could be a fire sign, a Aries, a Leo, or a Sag, but this is opportunity. This is the where you've been at, the work you've been doing, dragging that ball over your shoulder, over the hills and over the dales, and now you get to the sea and you can just relax because you know that it's plain sailing from here. This is what this indicates. It indicates plain sailing from here on in. So there could be, I suppose there could be some sort of indication of a past relationship, but it doesn't have to be. But it talks about plain sailing. So that potentially suggests that where you've been, the things that you have been experiencing when it comes to love, when it comes to situations, romantic situations for you, Libra, is now improved, is going to be improved. The opportunity is there for it to be improved in the month of September. So let's have a look where you've come from. This is your past, your perspective. So where you stand today, or how you enter, as you enter September. So there's balance here. So this is what I'm saying. You I love reading for you guys. This is your energy. Yeah, this is you, innit? Yeah, Libra. Yes, go on, Libra. Yes, you are in your element. And I love reading for you guys, I swear. I love it. Okay, I love reading for you guys. I just love it. Okay, you've got balance now. And this is because of the work that you've done. And probably, hopefully, further bringing in because of the revelations, or because of the new informations, or the new situations that you're going to find yourself in September. But you have done the work, You have done the work. You have realised, recognised, spotted, engaged with the things that were on your mind, the things that were holding you back when it comes to with regard to relationships and love. So you enter September, Libra, in a much more balanced place. You've worked on yourself. You've gone through that energy of, just have a drink of water. Of the stress. You dragged your whole ass up that street, man. Up those mountains, man, with that boat on your back, knowing that one day it would be plain sailing. And you know what? You've done so well, Libra. You've done so well with this balance. I love to see it. What was your intuitive reading for the 29th of August to the 12th of September? The title of that reading is Karmic Gifts Are True, and it's reflected in this reading as well. A similar thing. You've been doing the, oh my word, You know, this is all about brand new foundations, brand new structures, brand new security in your life. That's what the 444 represents. It represents breaking the mold. It represents to a break in the mold to establish, for you to establish new ways of living, ways of being, ways of interacting. And that's what you did. That's the work that you put in. You broke the mold. You broke out of the old ways of thinking that you had, the old ways of doing that you had. And it is really simply now you're getting those rewards, it seems. So you came into this month, into September, you arrive here today at this reading with a much more balanced view. And you know we're entering your time very soon. It's your birthday season very soon, Libra. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing I'm looking forward to that for you. You know, it's your birthday season very, very soon. And there's a huge amount, you know, the 14th of September is a huge day for Libra. Huge day for Libra. You can check out, look at that. 14th of September. 14th of September. Full moon in Pisces. Mercury enters Libra. Venus enters Libra. You can see these fully, you can see the and then on the 28th, look, 23rd, Sun enters Libra, and 28th, New Moon in Libra. So it's all Libra. The astrology this month is pretty much Libra, 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 Libra. So you're coming into this month level-headed, clear about what it is you want, where it is you want to go when it comes to your relationship. So then let's have a look then now here at your love potential or love lesson for the month of September. And that is this. Why? Decision. This is being committed to a way of thinking about yourself. This is being committed. Number 2's commitments. Being committed to sword energy, thoughts, mind, clarity, consciousness, communication. Being committed to a way of thinking or perceiving yourself when it comes to relationships. This is a thing that needs to change. It could be about decisions, though. It could be about getting back with somebody or starting a new relationship with somebody else. It could be something like that, or a decision if it's a relationship that you're in, the same relationship, a long-standing relationship. There's a decision that you are trying to make. So that might be whether you stay or go. These cards are winking. Okay, don't ask why I do this, but so you've got some clarifiers. I think it's these 2 clarifiers you do. You've got 2 clarifiers for this card. So this is your love potential, love lesson. So there's a decision potentially or a way that you're committed to thinking, wow, okay, if this isn't further confirmation of being committed to a way of thinking, I don't know what is. You know, the 7 of this is standing up for yourself, standing up for yourself, standing up for yourself. What it is you want, what it is you feel is right, what it is you feel is appropriate for you, what is that for you? I mean, there's obviously something that you know. You're obviously coming here level-headed, so you understand where you're going, where you're at. I wonder if this gives us any more information. See, you are staying committed to a way of thinking. You are consolidating. See, you might get the new information, whatever it is you get, it might try to force you to make a decision, if that makes sense. So obviously, new information changes things, doesn't it? New information changes our perspective. It should. It's like educating ourselves. Once we learn something new, then it obviously affects our understanding of everything that we learn, that we already knew. So interesting. But look at these energies. I mean, they couldn't be more consistent, could they? We're being committed to a way of thinking. We're standing up for ourselves and what feels right. And we're here trying to understand, trying to work out the structures that create foundation in my life. The structures that create security in my life. Where I want to put my energy and effort in order to have my security. Some of you are actually thinking, weighing up a relationship that you're currently in, those people in relationships. Some of you are thinking, you ain't standing for this no more. You're in a relationship that's not been working for you, that's not been right for you, that's not been good for you, and you ain't standing for this anymore. But you're applying the mind, applying the logic, which is what you do, which is your strength, which is your natural vibe and your natural flow, Libra. You're applying that mind of yours, and you're saying, and you're asking, and you're wondering, and you're trying to understand and work out how to move forward, how to make progress, how to get out of this relationship or to improve this relationship that you're in. Those people that are single, again, I feel like this is a bit of a theme for some of the signs. Well, there's a theme of being stuck in a way of thinking. Now, cycles, we've been treated badly, so therefore we don't trust anyone ever again, blah 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 blah, all that's what I mean by being stuck in this type of cycle. All men are cheaters, all men because I was cheated on, blah blah blah, that type of thinking. But this is actually something more there's something more here. This is about, for some of you, you ain't getting, you don't want to get married, you don't want to have a deeper commitment with a relationship that you're already in. For some of you, actually, it's something that you really are just not ready for. It's too soon for you. And I understand this feeling. People think that you get to a certain age and that's what you should do, get married and have children, but that's not the case. It wasn't the case for me. I did not want that. I did not want to get married. I did not want to be. No, I was like, no, man. I just didn't want to do it. I just knew that it wasn't where I was at in my. It wasn't right for me. I just didn't feel right about it. And that's like some of you guys. You're like, do you know what? He's a great guy. She's a great girl, but I'm just not there. But for some of you, you're there because you've always been there. So this is what I like to call learned behaviour. You stay in there because it's easy for you to stay there because you've learned to cut off your awareness, your connection to your awareness, to the truth of what you think and what you feel. Let's have a look at this next card here. So this is your challenge. This is the challenge. Ooh. This card wants to come out now, so I'm going to just show it you, and it's a strength card before I look at this card. So karmic cycles, this is number 8 is about karmic cycles. And remember, karmic cycles are about having experiences out there in the world that reveal our moon, that reveal what's going on within, that reveal our intuition, our soul self, our intuitive bodies, our emotional bodies, that reveal those things to us in a conscious way. That's what the 8 represents, this infinity symbol, and that's what karmic cycles represent. They're not punishment. They're about understanding who we are, understanding our path, our call, why we're here. Now, some people think that we're just this, they just think they're just sun, which is not this doggy, but they think they're just this, the outside, the blood and the bones and the skin. But there's all this that's going on within you, and that's not the blood and the organs. No, the blood and the organs and all that's still the cup. This is what's within. This is the intuitive body, the emotional body, the stuff that you can't control, the stuff that that we hold, that just flows within us, that's within us. And experiences that bring about strength, i.e. karmic experiences, are there to help us to engage with that, what's within, the water that's within the cup that we are, okay? So it demands strength, because what it does is it shows us our strength. It shows us that we can face these things, that we can see these things, that we can acknowledge these things, okay? So be prepared. Also, this could indicate a Leo, though, for some people, because the fire could be, is here, actually. So it could be a Leo that you're interested in, or dating, or married to, or whatever. Yeah, there could be a significant person in your life. Okay, let's look at these last 2. So we've got here is a challenge. I'm so glad I see this card. Look, the challenge is going to be grasping the opportunity, taking the opportunity, walking through that door. This is you, 11. We've got 1-1, we've got 1-1 here. So we know that number 2's this is a doorway, almost a 2 of wands, and it's about what we've already done in order to engineer this opportunity, what we've already done to engineer this opportunity. There's also an element of travel, exoticness. It could be that for some of you, the person that you are dating or wanting to date or whatever is of a different race, creed, religion, whatever, and that is something that puts you off, or that is something that you are reluctant. It's not your usual type. They're not, if you look like me, they don't look like you, and that might be something that people might frown upon where you come from, or whatever. Does that make sense? So it could be like something like that for some of you. There's an exoticism that maybe potentially you don't want to work with, you don't want to, and maybe that reveals something about yourself. I think that people, it's not about being racist or anything like that or whatever. It's just, you might just feel like okay, I like this person, but if I'm serious, how are my friends? And it could just be that they look different to what you used to. So, maybe you're used to dating slim people and this person's bigger built. So, you're like, oh my God, what are people going to think of this person? So it could be something like that as well, simply. Could be a long distance relationship. The challenge is that though, accepting the differences, accepting the fact that this person's different from your usual, the person that you like is different from your usual, or the thing that you're going toward is different from the usual. Maybe, as I said, so everyone thinks that by the time you're 32 you should be getting married, you should be married in a relationship, and that was not what I wanted. So you might be the same, and you might think people will frown on you. People might, but who cares? Let them do them, and you do you. Okay, so there's a sense of something that's not usual about this opportunity, something that's not usual about where you're trying to go, about the person you're trying to be with or not be with. There's something not usual, there's something unconventional, and that's a challenge. The challenge is unconventionality, and the challenge is you've got to do you. So that's what you've got to do. Now, this is your advice, this is your clarifying card, and this is your advice here, King of Cups. Now, people, I won't read it to you because it's very long. Oh, King of Cups is the person we should... Hang on, this is advice. So the advice... Hang on, I'm going. People think that King of Cups is like the most ideal person, but there's a level of emotional maturity here. And what that means is that we may or may not act on our feelings with the King of Cups. I mean, this is going to give us additional information. I always say that we should... The King of Cups is emotional maturity. And the King of Cups is understanding, as I said, how you feel. So Cups energy is what's within. So it's engaging with that stuff that's in here. It's engaging with that thing that flows through us. We can't control how we feel. People try to think they can and like to think they can, but they can't. You can't control what you feel. You feel how you feel. So, but there's the maturity of the King of Cups, because usually the kings and the masculine energies act on. So King of Pentacles does whatever it takes to build security, to create security in his life. The King of Cups acts on his emotions, or so we are led to believe. But actually, emotional maturity means sometimes not sharing your emotions. Now, why is that emotional maturity? Well, that's the society that we live in this day and age. I mean, I think it shows in... No, I won't say that. This is what he does anyway. So there's an emotional maturity here. Now, this is advice. It could relate to also water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But let's look at this last card here, which is going to give some further information, if you will, clarity about this card. And we've got the reciprocity card. Okay, so this is good. So what this is telling us is there is balance here. So in your situation, your relationship, if you are sharing if you're being honest and open with the person that you're dating, or the person that you're in a relationship with, or the people that you are prospective dates, they will reciprocate that for you as well. If you hold back, if you don't tell the truth, then they will reciprocate that as well. So really, it's kind of like you get what you give. I feel like you get what you give this month, Libra. But I feel like you come into it with such a confidence and not confidence, but such stability. You come into it with such stability that you might be best placed to judge the pace of this relationship going forward, or of this union that you have going forward. Okay, so we do have these energies of... Just a second. There is something opening up for you, Libra. There's something opening up for you. I see space. I don't... That doesn't mean anything to you, but I see... the opportunity for deeper commitment, if that's what you want. I see the opportunity for freedom from a relationship that you don't want to be in, if that's what you want. I see the opportunity to be more truthful than you've been able to be in the past, or that you've felt able to be in the past, even with brand new people that you're dating. I see the opportunities for that as well. So there's an opportunity of really having that balance and having the capacity to be compassionate in your relationships, literally following this one, toward yourself and others. You are understanding, recognizing, believing the significance of compassion toward yourself, recognizing that I don't lie because it hurts me if I lie. It hurts me if I lie. So I won't lie. It's that level of compassion that you have for yourself now and for the people that brings about this balance in love. And really, you can have what you want when it comes to love and relationships this month in September. Okay, my darlings, I'm going to leave it there because I've got to upload this video. Hope you like this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. There's going to be change coming for some people. That just clicks over to 5, so I'd have to show you that. Leave me your comments if you want to, my darlings. Don't forget to check out your intuitive reading, healing intuitive readings up to the 12th of September. I'll be back not next week but the week after with another reading, another intuitive reading which will take us up to the end of September and the beginning of October. Okay, my darlings, have a wonderful September and I'll see you all again very soon for your birthday reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye.